Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Not sure when you guys are watching this video. It might be in the morning, might be in the afternoon, or it might be before you guys are going to sleep. So, gotta kind of say all three. So it's more entertaining. But welcome back to Dynamics Drive. I kind of missed you guys. Welcome everyone from YouTube. Hopefully you guys missed me too. And while I'm on vacation, I'm out vacationing. So while I'm on vacation, I thought, why not, if it's the perfect timing, to explain to you a little bit of backstory of what's going on with the project, with the $5,000 Ferrari project and how I got to starting this project. And that's going to include the fact that I'm going to have to explain the backstory of my C7 Corvette, how I was able to get my C7 Corvette for such a cheap price that you cannot even buy a shelf for that cheap of a price. So we'll go ahead and just start into it. I purchased in August 27th a 2006 Subaru Impreza WRX wagon from the auction for a whopping $4,200. Subaru was pretty awesome, manual, rare spec. I like that thing. It was pretty unique. Damage on it wasn't that bad. It was pretty much just the quarter, rear right side quarter of it was done, damaged in the front right side, so it was pretty much a side swiped. Um, Interior was fairly clean. Once the Subaru came in, we checked it out. I ended up not even fixing it. I didn't really want to fix it, to be honest, because I kind of want to just have fun on it. Only thing we had to fix is the one of the lines was um, kind of rotted out, so we had to actually change one of the brake lines, and that was about it. She was fun, fast. Once I had it, I started kind of digging into it. I found that the previous owner, actually like 2 years ago, prior to me owning it, posted it off for like $12,000 and it had a ton of modifications, which I found. So I ended up seeing what the mods are and posting it up for sale to see if I can sell it. Wasn't getting any, like, wasn't getting too much hits on it. So I ended up just taking it a little easier and I said, hey, why not try to trade it? When I went to try to trade it, I started trading it, well, try to messaging people on Facebook Marketplace and wasn't getting too much hits on it, but kept trying, and I found in South Carolina a beautiful um, BMW 318 Ti. It was a hatchback wagon looking with an LS swap. At this point, I already had my fun on the Subaru, so I was kind of ready to move on. And I'll actually show you guys some clips of how the Subaru sounded and how much fun that was. Check this out. As you guys see, I wasn't joking. She sounded phenomenal. She was fun to drive, manual wagon, always fun. IAG built block, which was amazing. So I had a blast on it. When I found the TI, I went back and forth, and he was kind of on the urge of should we do it or should we not do it? And I kind of pushed him to, hey, let's go ahead and do it. So we drove down to South Carolina. That was a fun trip because to load it up, we had to take the bumper off. We had to rent a trailer, and it was for me, South Carolina is a good. I think the ride was like 9 or 10 hours, somewhere around there. So we went ahead and actually loaded it up, took it all the way down to South Carolina. It was like late at night, checked the both cars out. He had his mechanic come out, kind of his buddy mechanic. We checked both cars out. We ended up doing the deal, the swap. And I took a look at it, and for me, it was phenomenal. It was a T56 transmission with a LS built. It was LS1 built. Um, Barely any weight to it because the car was fully gutted. So I had a blast on it. So we ended up doing the trade, brought it back, drove it around. I had some minor issues with it. With the fuel pump, there was an issue, caught fire one time, nothing major. One of the wirings actually was just ran directly, which kind of caused a spark and caught some fire, but it was nothing pretty crazy. Um, but we had a blast on this car. It was just phenomenal. I loved it to the bottom of my heart. It was just something that I just continued to, hey, listen, why not push from it and keep trading to see where it takes me. So I'm gonna edit in also some clips of this one so you can see how much fun it was. As you guys see, I was not joking. That thing was something insane. It was fantastic to drive around. It's you put it in gear and it just spins and it's but yeah, as you guys see, I also changed the location because I wanted to show you guys how awesome the nature is because, you know, we're on vacation. I want you guys to kind of feel it a little bit too while uh, just the fact that nature is just mwah. But yeah, back to what we were speaking about. I ended up driving the car around, having a blast on it, and as I was continuing to look on Facebook Marketplace to see what other options I have, because it was kind of entertaining at this point to just keep moving and keep trading and see how far I could take it. I ended up coming across a 1995 BMW 328i Touring, and it was a 328i wagon manual right-hand drive, which was an import car, 127,000 miles or something around there. Car was a fantastic beauty. M Sport bumpers on it. It's just it was awesome. All the paperwork from day one, everything taken care of, phenomenal. It just looked insane. Um, I ended up messaging the person and he was texting me. He was like, I was just looking at your LS E36. And I gave him my number, like, call me. So he calls me and he was like, yeah, I was just looking at your listing, like, oh, that is so awesome because he has a E92 wagon with an LS in it and he was interested. So I said, hey, why not swap key for key? So he was down for it. My thing was I wasn't ready because I already had a couple people messaged with some very unique cars, so I kind of wasn't ready to push it just yet. But I had him on, hey, if I do it, why not? I'll do it because that car is wild. And we kept going back and forth, and he goes, hey, give me the address, I'll come to you. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, well, what do I lose? I like the car, he likes mine, let's go for it. So I gave him the address. He comes over. It was like I'm gonna tell you, it was like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. He comes over. We check both cars out. He's excited for mine. I'm excited for his. So we go ahead and shake hands on it, switch key on key, title on title, and that is how I welcome you guys to my E36 wagon. This this wagon was, first of all, it was very unique because anywhere you go, the looks you get are insane. People are like, that's a wagon. And then when they see that you're on the right side of the steering wheel, they're like, he's on the right side of the steering wheel. Like he's on the right side of the car. And it was anytime you pull up to a light, you always get like one of those two takes where it's like, what? Wait, give me a sec. What? Yeah, it was very unique. The car wasn't really too fast, but it wasn't made to be fast. The car was just set up where it was just nice to drive. The suspension was all upgraded. She just looked fantastic. When you're sitting in traffic, when you're parked somewhere, it was just one of those fantastic cars. Yeah, every car gives you issues. I had issues with it. The fan broke the shroud. But that's nothing major. Hey, it's an old car. Things are gonna break even on newer cars, and people don't understand that. So I ended up changing the stuff. I ended up running around because I had to find a Z3 radiator because they use a Z3 radiator because it's everything's different on it. But I love that car to the bottom of my heart. I have ton of pictures of it and everything. And as I was sitting, I was getting attached to the car, and I'm like, hey, if I'm getting attached to a car, that's not good. Because I started pushing this all through because I wanted to see how far I can take this. So I stopped myself. I say, hey, let's continue. Like, I love the car, but for every nice car, there's a nicer car. So we did. Back to Facebook Marketplace, back to messaging people. Hey, you interested in trading? Hey, I like this. Are you interested in trading? And I come across this beautiful Audi RS5. He had it up for 28,500. I messaged him. He goes, I don't mind, but I want cash on top. And he wanted, I think, about like $6,000 or seven or something around there in the beginning on top. And I'm like, you're crazy. That's wild. Like, I love the wagon too much for me to do that. Plus, I don't know how about you guys, but I ain't got that kind of money laying around. So sorry to be you, brother. But kind of went back and forth, and then he messaged me, goes, well, let's negotiate some price. So we bunch of talking, and we came down to, because he was a really far ride. He was, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we met in the middle. We met around like 5.5 or 6 hour drive in the middle. So I said, let's meet in the middle. And we came to agreement where I'll give him $1,300 on top. So that's $1,300 on top. He said yes. He found a location. I said, you give me a location where you want to meet, and I'll be there. He gave me a location. He grabbed one of his buddies. I grabbed one of my buddies. We ended up driving down, checking the car out, and it was on. We just checked them both out. It was a good hour of checking out, and we shook hands on it. I gave him the $1,300 on top, and we did the trade. And that's where I'll welcome you guys to my Audi RS5. I wasn't joking. That car is unique. That car is just the raw sound of the V8s. Every paddle shift, every time you shift the paddle, it was just boom, boom, boom. Like you feel it go through your body. It gives you that M5, the V10 M5 vibe. It gives you that like, first of all, when you're on it, when you're driving it normally in comfort mode, it drives like an Audi. So you feel like, hey, you're on an Audi. When you're wide open throttle on it, you're just in the motion of you feel like you're in some crazy R8, and you're not. You're in a S5 pretty much, but an RS5. And I understand why the hype was around it because prior to owning it, I really wanted it because I loved just the way they look. And especially the B8.5s, the front ends are, mwah, they're just gorgeous. But and I was always like, well, they have the S5 regular V8s. Like, what's the big difference? Oh no, it's a day and night difference. It's just insane how big of a difference it is. That car gets planted after like 80, 90 miles per hour. It sits and you feel it just tuck in and it's just glued. You can't move it off the street. You can't do anything. It's the spoiler comes up. It's a phenomenal car. But as the trip continues, same thing, started to get attached to it. I said, hey, no, stop. I gotta do something like this is not adding up. I gotta slow down on this. So I said, let me hit back on Facebook Marketplace. And I start messaging people. And I seen there's a big division of it divides. Some people are like, oh, this car is amazing. They're interested. Other people are like, oh, it's an Audi. Like, who cares? Go get in a regular S5. Like, they're like, oh, it's not worth that. It's not this, it's not that. And this car really divided people into like two sections. So I sat down and I said, "Hey, listen, let me first pick on the type of cars that I like, that like what I want to see myself into next, and then kind of just move from there just to see where it takes me." So I sat down and I said, "Hey, listen, I had a C7 Corvette a while back. Well, I love that thing. So let me look into American cars. Let me look into the Camaro SSs. Let me look into Mustangs. I like Mustangs, but I'm not the biggest Mustang guy. Even though I might look like one, but I am not a big Mustang guy. Like I love them, but it's nothing too crazy for me. So I ended up actually finding this C7. He had it up for 42, dropped it down to $35,750. And I understood that I was already into the Audi at $5,500. So I said, hey, listen, if I get this and it costs me like $5,500, that's just mind blowing. But it's probably not possible. He's gonna want cash on top. So I messaged him. He obviously wanted cash on top. Again, he wanted way more than we agreed on. And we kept going back and forth. And I actually found him the night I got it. So when I found him, I was sitting on the sofa messaging on checking all the stuff out, messaging. And I kind of came across his ad and I'm like, this is awesome. So I messaged him, gave him my phone number, and we kept talking on the phone. And I'm like, hey, listen. And we kept like trying to agree to a price and this and that. And he was like back and forth about it. And I'm like, listen, I have the money. Well, not like a big sum, but like I have money to put on top. I'm interested in doing this. If we're doing this right now. Like I'm taking the money, we're meeting in the middle somewhere, and we're doing it. And he was like, you know what? Okay. So we ended up agreeing to me adding $3,000 on top. For me, it was definitely worth it because it's going to put me at $8,500 in a C7 where you can't even buy a roller for that price. This is like insane numbers at like 43,000 miles, manual, 7-speed manual. Like it's like how? So yeah, and I ended up saying, "Hey, we're meeting." He goes, "Okay, sure." And I go to him, find a location in the middle, and we'll go ahead and meet there. He gives me a location. We head out, and I'll just pause it right here because I'll just show you a video clip for you guys to understand what happens next. For this, just in case we do get it. This is where we got the car, and this is where we're doing to do the second trade. How long ago? Like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. That's just how long I keep my cars. 2 weeks, and we're bringing it back to the same location to do another trade.
Making a return.
Hey, Altoona, where's that guy that got arrested?
Yo,
where's that McDonald's at? Yep. We met up in the same location where I was meeting up for the wagon BMW to trade it for the RS5. This is the same gas station where I filled up the RS5 for the first time. And both the times the people chose where to meet up the location. It's crazy. It's just it was mind blowing. I checked out his car, he checked out my car. It was late at night. I'm gonna tell you, it was uh 1 o'clock in the morning when I just pulled into the parking lot. And by the time I got the yeah, by the time I got the Corvette, my first picture with the Corvette was at 2:17 a.m., which is pretty crazy. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, plus we still have a good ride back. But we ended up doing the trade. I gave him the $3,000 on top, and I got the Corvette. And it just kind of hit me then at that moment, like, this is pretty crazy. Like, I was speaking to Andre, one of my close buddies, not that long ago. And he goes, "You should do like a YouTube series. You should try to record this stuff. This is pretty entertaining." And this is when it hit me. I sat down and I go, I'm gonna throw in a picture of him with the thumbnail doing this because he was like trying to motivate me, like, dude, you can do like all these thumbnails and everything. And like I thought about it, and this is what pushed me to it because I'm sitting, I'm like, I have a Corvette C7 for $8,500. If I have it, why can't you have it? Why can't some other Bob have it? It's possible to do this. Like, it's not like I'm some maniac, like, I don't know, like Elon Musk or something with a crazy brain where I know all this stuff. No, 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 no. I'm a regular kid. I'm okay, adult. I still feel like a kid though. But like, I'm a regular guy, and I said, hey, this is my second time doing these crazy, like these trades and everything. And I sat down and I said, hey, I'm gonna go ahead, take $5,000 and do the craziest thing that I've ever done in my life. I'll take $5,000 and I'll get a Ferrari in a year. Because from me to get to the Corvette, I got the Corvette in March. So August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Took me 8 months. But backstory, I'll cut it a little back. I was not in a rush. I was just, oh, I have time. I'll check some stuff out. Oh, I have time. I'll check. Oh, I like this car, so I'll stick to this car. I rode around for a little bit. Oh, I got tired of it. Let me go ahead and trade it. So, like, I wasn't on a mission to do it quick. It was just, I drove the car around for a good amount. I got tired of it. Hey, why not switch it, Which pushes me to the point where I could have done these trades way closer in time. So I could have gone a lot crazier. And I want to push myself. I want to see how far I can take this. So, I welcome you guys all to the journey of the $5,000 Ferrari because I'm excited for this. Also, um, I have someone else I'm in talks to. Hopefully, let's cross our hands and everything. Hopefully, he's going to be in because me and him want to do it together. Either it's going to be two separate YouTube channels or it's going to be on this channel. I'm not sure yet, but we're going to see. I'm in talks with him a little bit. If everything goes well, I might have a separate person that's going to be doing it with me. And at that point, I'm trying to push it to for the motivation to be crazy where, hey, if I have one, a Ferrari, and he has one, we go and get them appraised, and then whoever wins gets to keep both of them because it's $5,000. It's a big sum, but it's nothing too crazy. So let message down in the below in the comments what you guys think. Message some ideas of what you guys would do differently. And obviously, the Corvette that I have right now, I'm in love with it. She's fantastic, but I'm gonna have to continue doing this because I need to learn how to do this a little more. I gotta motivate myself, and obviously there's nicer cars out there. So I'm actually looking at some options as we speak already. But I'd like to for you guys to first like my videos. This is gonna support me. This is gonna give me the motivation that I need. Um, Subscribe so you can guys see throw the bell on so you can guys see the next videos, because if you guys like me speaking, I can do it more like this. If you guys want to, I think it's more entertaining for you guys to come along with me where I can record and show all this stuff. Obviously I can't show everything because some people don't like to be recorded, but we're gonna see how it goes. I'm new to this. I'm, as you guys see my editing, I'm not some crazy like Stradmer or something, I'm trying to do this for fun. I'm trying to have fun with you guys and kind of take you along with me to see how far we can take this. I mean, worst that's gonna happen is, hey, I don't get a Ferrari by the year, but obviously I'm gonna be really upset. But at least we're gonna have a crazy journey of, hey, we tried, and then I'll see how far it takes me to get the Ferrari because I'm dedicated on it. I'm set to have this Ferrari. I don't care if it, as long as it starts, runs, and drives. I need that Ferrari for $5,000 because for me that's gonna be achievement that I can be like, hey, I was able to do this. Like that's crazy. So yeah, I welcome you guys all. Go ahead, comment in the comment section, give us ideas, let us know what you guys think. Obviously, in the future, I am hoping to find someone that I can work with, so they can record me better. So I'm not the one recording myself. So it's easier for me to actually do the work itself and stay less focused on the camera section because I'm not a crazy camera guy. But we'll see how this goes. So stay tuned. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video because there's some updates on the next car, and I'll see you guys soon.